Okay, hello, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Podcast. I'm your host, John Harris, and today on Rock and Roll Podcast, well, actually, on my left-hand side here is Avila. She's going to be joining us today. And on my right-hand side is Gabriel. He's around somewhere. And today we have actually one of Gabriel's favorite bands, Chunk, No Captain Chunk, which you have to yell because there's exclamation marks in there, right, Bert?
Kind of. You gotta do a chunk, no, then pause, and Captain Chunk. It's weird, but you gotta watch the movie a couple times to get used to it.
Right. The Goonies,
Here you
which
go.
I'm old enough to actually remember watching that movie as a kid when it was new.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
that old.
well.
I'm that old, Bert.
I mean that's fine. I'm old too. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what year. I'm not even sure what year it was released exactly. Like
Ooh, let's look.
maybe I'm not even sure I was born.
1985.
1985. Oh yeah. Okay. The movie is older than me a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, well, you look very young, but since you were mentioning the Goonies, I figured maybe you just look very good for your age.
Well, well, thank you. I'm actually 33. I mean, I'm about to turn 33. So,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. Well,
and how are you? And how old are you? I'm sorry, I didn't remember the names.
okay. So Avila is just over a year old. She's like 13 months old.
Wow,
And then Gabriel just turned 7, so he's 7 years old.
7. Here you go, man.
Yeah. And then one day, out of complete random, we're driving in the car, and he's like, "Dad, you have to listen to this." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "It's Chunk, No Captain Chunk." I was like, "What? For a band name? What?" And then he plays it, and it comes screaming out of the speakers. It wakes up the dead because you guys are just vicious, and yeah. So that's that story. And then you guys came across my desk. Obviously, I'm like, "Hey, son, Chunk's coming out with some new stuff. Do you want them on the show?" And he's like, "Yeah, duh." So, cool thing is, this is one of Gabriel's favorite bands.
It is so amazing. Well, first of all, Gabriel, thank you. Thanks a lot. You are, I don't know, you are our best promoter. I don't know if you can say that.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like, and it's even cooler for us to see that, we all think that our fan base is actually kind of like our age, but it's pretty cool to see that our music speaks to, all generations. That's awesome. That's great.
How did you end up finding out? Do you remember about Chunk?
So I was just watching videos on YouTube, and then I came across like this guy named Stevie T. I can't remember his last name.
Stevie T. Okay.
And then at some point I got his video about misheard lyrics and metal, and then you guys just came up.
All right. Interesting. That's
Nice.
cool. Like I thought for a minute because our music has been on a video game, which is actually pretty popular. But I think it's FIFA, but like online or something like that, and we got some publicity out of that. But okay, that's cool.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Misheard lyric. Bert, are you aware of a misheard lyric in?
What misheard lyrics? Where? Well, what was that?
What misheard lyric, son? Bert has no idea. He's finding out right now that there is a misheard lyric in one of his songs.
Well,
Probably.
So there's actually a lyric, but when you listen to a song, you hear something else than what the lyric actually is.
Right. So.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. I see.
What's the lyric line and what was the misheard?
Are we talking about that song, that Bipolar Mind
Yeah,
song?
bipolar
Yeah.
mind.
I think I know what it is. I think
Yeah.
yeah. What was that again? It's the line that goes I have something into my mind or
Yeah,
and it sounds like rice or something like that. Yeah, rice. It sounds like rice. Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
Hey, you got it right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Bert knows it. Cool. Well, that's goal number one. I can tick that off the list. Go through misheard lyric and artists.
Check.
There you go.
Yeah. My next one's going to be getting James Hetfield on and finding out if he knows in Enter Sandman that it sounds like he's saying baked apple pie. So
Yeah, I looked up the lyrics. It's I forgot
things that will bite and things that will bite. But
yeah, things that will bite.
yeah, and baked apple pie.
All right. Okay.
So
I don't know why.
I can't get it out of my head. But anyway, Chunk, No Captain Chunk is back for the attack July 30th via Fearless Records. They have, yeah, that's right, sweetie. Gone Are the Good Days and killer stuff. Although it seems a little, I don't know if we use the term melancholic, but I mean, we've got a track called Bitter. We've got a track called Gone Are the Good Days. The album is called Gone Are the Good Days. What ended up happening, Bert? Why are we so sad?
I get that. I get that it sounds sad, but what actually inspired us with that name was actually more like a positive nostalgia. So it's just, us or, everyone who can relate to that phrase can actually look back for a minute and just, think of the good memories, the good old times at shows with families, with friends, and just to cheer you up. And I think with the COVID and 2020 that just happened, we all had a pretty rough time. So I think, just looking back a little bit and thinking of those good old days kind of helps. And that's the whole idea behind that. But I understand that, when you look at Gone Are the Good Days, the sentence kind of sounds like, oh, the future is going to be dark and all of that. But not necessarily. I mean, that's not the way exactly how that's not the thing we had in mind when we wrote that title.
Yeah. Initially, the funny thing is I wasn't actually really thinking that, but then the album opens up with a track called Bitter, which also has a music video, and now I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, we're bitter and gone are the good days because we were made for more.
There you go.
But if you take some painkillers, you won't be so tongue-tied, but I'm going to blame it on this song, Bert.
Wow, you're good. You're good. You're really good.
Oh, thank you. Well, I had some good luck, and with you, we were complete. So.
And then I just looked at this album. Because we're on the Holics link, and then I just saw 12 songs I should listen to.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because Fearless sent us the album.
So you. Okay, great. So yeah, you heard the whole thing, right?
Yep, heard the whole thing, saw the music videos, I saw the promo picture where you guys are hanging out. What is that? Is that just an attic somewhere or with some Photoshop? It looks really unique.
Yeah, it's actually our recording studio. That's kind of where I work. I mean, I'm not right there right now, but yeah, that's kind of our working space.
Okay, very cool. So then you are, side topic, you're an audio engineer?
Yeah, I'm not an engineer. I'm more like a music producer. I'm not doing anything technical anymore. I'm doing more I'm driving the artists to make their albums and yeah, but I'm more on the creative side of it. Yeah. Well, is it vacations, the summer holidays at the moment, I guess?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is summer, and then I'm on my days off. I'm a chef by trade.
Oh.
I'm on my days off, and then so I do podcasts on my days off. So I don't really get days off, Bert. Speaking of Gone Are the Good Days. And
I see.
I know. And then my wife, she is in the office today. Otherwise, she works from home.
All right. Okay. So I'm sorry for the for all those questions, but where are you from exactly?
I am in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Okay, Is it the west or east coast? I'm sorry, I'm bad at
Geography. It's okay.
geography, especially Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Western Canada.
Okay, that's the west. Okay, all right. I see. Okay. Unfortunately, it's one of those areas we haven't been able to play a lot for some reasons. I think the closest we've been was Seattle. So
Well, you know what, Bert? That's significantly closer than most people would be like, oh, the closest I've been to you is Toronto. And I'm like, that's very far away. But I guess you managed to hit Canada. But no, Seattle, that's actually really quite close. You wouldn't be too far away at all. All you'd have to do is obviously get the necessary permits to then, perform in Canada.
But I wish, I don't know, like it's that area, especially around Seattle, Portland, looks, I don't know, it's really cool. I like the nature stuff. Like I grew up in that kind of environment, so every time we've played in this part of the United States, unfortunately, we never crossed the border on that side. We were like, oh shit, that's cool. That looks really good, and it's very unusual for the rest of the United States. So yeah, hopefully one day we'll be able to play there.
I agree. When was the last time you guys went traveling around? Was it before coronavirus, or has it been a little bit?
Oh, it's been a while, actually. Last time we played the United States was Warped Tour 2016. I think there was a stop in Canada, I guess, yeah, but more like on the eastern side of it. But yeah, we've been quite silent for a while after that. Actually, that new album is kind of like our way to get back on stage, get back on track, and yeah, do some new stuff. Unfortunately, with the pandemic that's still around, kinda, this might take a little while before we manage to go overseas, unfortunately, but we'll see.
Okay, because I remember I was doing research for this. A hiatus was coming up. Was it an official hiatus? Do you guys
no? Actually, no, not really. Because within those years, like between 2016 and 2000, well, right now, we actually toured a little bit. We did we did a tour in Japan. We did Indonesia. So no like major markets, but there was a little bit of activity, but not a new album and no new songs, nothing crazy. We're just like taking a break. Let's say that.
That's right, taking a break. But now you guys are lounging out in the space. I like your shirt that you're wearing, both today and in the space. Fashion conscious.
Thank you.
Almost looks like you'd have a fire behind you and like laying out on a tiger rug.
What is the picture? Oh yeah, that's the one where we're like all in that attic sort of room.
Yeah. Oh, the kids are playing. This is going to be the most fun interview ever. Hey, the cool thing I noticed too about the artwork is Gone Are the Good Days. So I'm guessing because you guys got your name from the Goonies, that's why it has a bit of, dare I say, 80s-esque Miami sort of look to it.
Yeah, the Miami sort of vibe was not my idea. It was kind of like the other guys wanted to have that kind of vibe. I was like, okay, whatever. But I mean, the general idea was, like I said, playing with nostalgia, kind of. So, we're all I can say we're all kids from the 90s, maybe not the 80s, but more like the 90s. We grew up with those movies, those classic movies. And yeah, I think also in the artwork you can see there's a little bit of those reference with old video games and all of that. And that's also something we try to put in the 2 music videos we released so far, with the posters of Titanic, Home Alone, and all of that, just to trigger some nostalgia to people.
That's right. Now, speaking of those posters, I'm actually watching that music video right now, which is Bitter. So we have got a flash scene where we get Home Alone We get Titanic, X-Men, quite a few things here. What was the idea, I guess, behind the music video for Bitter? We even got what's that character's name from Toy Story? Buzz?
Yeah, Light Buzz, Light,
Buzz Lightyear.
no, Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm used to the French version of it. So the idea was like to connect those two singles together. Like I said, with the nostalgia kind of like topic. So Bitter is basically, especially in the music video, like you see like all those like footage from tour. Our pastor. It's more like a personal nostalgia. Like a lot of people cannot even relate to like the pictures that they see, but also in those other shots, you can see like like you said, all those posters and stuff like that. But oh, you got baby crying here.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let her go, kiddo. Let her go. Yeah. Little lady. I certainly hope you don't mind, Bert.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It's actually one of the most original interview I've done so far. That's good.
Well, very cool. Yeah, I'm checking it out. We got, because you guys are playing on the TV screen, so we're kind of like flipping between
Right.
you guys on the TV screen and then, I don't know, inside the TV screen, which is cool. And you've obviously got the color.
Yeah. Yeah. Those footage were actually kind of like re-recorded on a videotape, and yeah, it was played through like those like old like TV sets that were very popular in the 90s, you know. But I think also, oh yeah, I remember that also in the music video, there's a lot of footage that were shot on an actual VCR camera. I don't know.
Camcorder.
You say, yeah, camcorder. So you say because in France we say VHS, but I guess in America or in English it's more like VCR, right? No.
So VHS, yeah. So VHS is the media format. So the tape.
The tape. That's the tape, right?
That's
okay,
the tape.
Okay.
But the player that you put it on is a VCR.
Oh, that's the player. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. I was not sure because it's one of those questions that happened like in a couple of interviews that has happened. And you know, I'm getting confused all the time with the words. But
it's okay. Gone are the good days, Bert. I remember spending so much time with VHS, especially the tracking. If anybody remembers the tracking, because the picture wouldn't come up very well, so you used to have to do the tracking, and then eventually auto tracking came in. Whoa, where it would do it for you.
Oh God, I can just imagine that now.
Oh, I know. And then came along the DVD, which no longer required tracking, but then you had to be careful because if you touch it the wrong way, then you can't ever watch it again.
Yeah, you know, I kind of like the idea of like having those like old formats, like, but for example, like us, that new album is just released through a vinyl, you know, like that's the first time we're not printing any CDs or anything. It's crazy to think that all those like older objects are like, I don't know, it's now trending. And I can see all other bands that have, printed their album on tape as well. So I guess, yeah, that's just the end of that. The good old like CDs, DVDs, all of that. Yeah.
I guess the next question is, because in this music video, it looks like you guys are going through quite a bit of memories. Looks like, is that Japan?
Yeah, probably.
I guess the question: why are you?
There's a little bit of everything.
Why are you bitter? Why are you bitter about Japan, Bert?
Oh no, I love Japan. Japan is like it's our favorite country. Like I can speak for myself, but also for the rest of the band. It's we toured there like 5 times, and it's always been a blast. But no, it's more the topic of the song is more like, it's more like with the COVID that has happened. Like I could see for like a lot of my friends like feeling weird for a minute, like being locked at home, and being like, yeah, frustrated and getting like angrier and angrier. Um, and again, like I said, the good old memories, remembering the good old times, kind of like helps and cheer you up. So yeah.
Avila was just remembering some good old times. That's why she had that little. Okay, I don't know if this is right or not. This is Google Translate, but Buzz Lightyear in French says Buzz Leclerc.
Buzz Leclerc, yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking of an eclair like a dessert. Is that what that means?
It's the same word. Yeah, you spell it exactly the same way. But yeah, it means two different things. But Buzz Leclerc. Yeah, that's the same thing. Same thing.
Okay. All right.
So you just learned yourself some French there, Daddy.
I just learned some French, mais oui. All right. Je parle français assez mal. Je pense que je parle français assez mal.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
Well, good job.
Oh, merci. Now, Gone Are the Good Days also has a music video. I'm doing it with one hand while I'm stressing out my bicep in the other hand with this powerful little lady.
She is.
All right. I don't want to see your sunglass commercial. Buy these sunglasses, not those other sunglasses. Okay, more Toy Story stuff. Did you guys just have a whole bunch of Toy Story stuff kicking around the house?
Yeah, there was a little bit that our director, the video director, brought from his house, but yeah, we in that same like attic. That's on the official like photos of the band. We also have like an entire room full of like those little items, and I guess there was. I can't remember exactly what there was, but I remember there was like also a lot of like those like old video games that was on that first like Nintendo console.
Yeah.
A bunch of things. I don't know. It's a mess over there.
It is. There's some unwanted love, I think, going on in this music video.
Very interesting video.
Yeah. Looks like there's this camera guy. He's like trying to get in on this lady, this girl. And she's like, no.
Oh, yeah, on the second one. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Gone are the good days. But yeah, no, you guys are jamming in this space. You even got a camcorder going. Looks a little VHS-y. Oh, maybe she's into it now. Okay. That's a really cool space that you guys are in.
Yeah, that's another attic we had at our disposal for the music video. It was... it was pretty cool. The thing about that song is that at first, when we wrote that song, the Gone Are the Good Days thing was kind of like, it's us as a band, like looking back and thinking of remembering all those like good old times on the road. But like it started as a band memory thing. And what's funny is that song was written before COVID happened. And now I feel like it makes so much more sense to a lot more people. Mm-hmm. And I think also where the video director was actually really good at was to actually have that idea of like sorry, I'm missing my words right now.
It's okay.
With the Gone Are the Good Days makes a lot of sense also in the context of a relationship, of a past relationship. So,
yeah, baby. I'm also thinking about Bruce Springsteen. Was it Glory Days? And guys are just sitting around thinking about the times that they had that were better, whatever. Cool. So then was Gone Are the Good Days a catalyst? Like, did you guys have any demos going up to that point, or was this song kind of like what set it off?
Actually, that song was written. We started the songwriting of the song like a long time ago, like in 2017 or something like that. And yeah, with in 2020, well, since we had a lot of time to write songs, um, we picked this one demo, like this 30 seconds demo, in our on a lost hard drive. We were like, oh yeah, that was cool, and we decided to revive it and rearrange it and all of that, and I'm very glad how it turned out.
Abso-freaking-lutely. The guitars that the guitar players are using look unique and cool. I don't know if you know anything about them. Are they Fernandez?
What's that?
Are they Fernandez guitars?
Fernandez?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
The guitars that the guitar players are using, they look cool, especially the one with the one pickup.
Oh, that's on the music video is the one that's on the left, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he has weird guitars. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a guitar player. I don't even know what it is.
Boom. All right. So, Bert, today we chatted about the album Gone Are the Good Days, the track Gone Are the Good Days, the music video Gone Are the Good Days. We chatted about Bitter, the music video, the track. We chatted about a lot of things, including Gabriel being a fan of Bipolar Mind. We chatted about the misheard lyrics, and you knew what they were. Even
Yes.
Avila had some questions and comments, and I wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast today and for your patience with.
Thank you for having me. You have very nice kids, very how to say that? They're very active, you know. Sorry, my vocabulary isn't at its best right now, but you have great kids, anyways. And thank you, Gabriel, for showing our band. It's really cool. We really appreciate that. It's so yeah. And next time we are around Canada, and especially Western Canada, we'll see you. We'll see you at the show for sure.
All right. Cheerio, sir.
Bye. Thank you.